Second question, there are many Pulse projects. Example he gives here is Pulsefinity. How do you think, is it is it have to invest with risk or just buying Pulsechain, Pulsex? So yeah, so this is something that really bothers me, is that there are so many, nothing personal to people that are creating these projects. I'm not trying to allege they're scammers or not. I'm sure a lot of them are, and I'm sure a lot of them aren't. But right now, Hex is down 95%, right? Pulsechain has not launched yet. That's a new project. New projects do extremely, extremely well. Hex is still a new project. PulseX is a new project, hasn't launched yet. So if you sacrifice for these other projects, that is, or you buy these other projects. Many of these projects aren't even like exclusive to Pulsechain. Like they're just ERC20s copied over to Pulsechain, and they put like Pulse in them. I'm not saying this one in particular, but the point is, whatever it is, with that money that you have, right? With that money that you have, that you could have been buying Hex down 95%, or you could have been buying Pulsechain. You could have waited for Pulsechain and bought Pulsechain when it launches. Or you could have waited for PulseX to launch, waited for Pulsechain launch and bought PulseX. You are buying these projects. So the question you have to ask yourself is, do you think that these projects are going to outperform the Richard Hart projects? And I think that Richard Hart ecosystem is a huge opportunity, in my opinion, the way I see it. But if, and your money's scarce, it can only go a certain, I'm saying, like, if it considerably underperforms or is a scam, I mean, I think, in my opinion, you're missing out on a huge, huge opportunity. So I think there is, I think a lot of these projects that, piggyback on the Richard Hart legacy, and they just, copy, they basically put Pulse on their ticker. They add Pulse and it helps them raise money and things like that. I think they're taking away a big opportunity from new people coming into the ecosystem, because like someone like yourself is considering buying it. I mean, so I don't really like it. I'm not trying to allege them being scams, although many of them are scams. I just think risk reward, I think the best decision is to just go with Hex, Pulsechain, PulseX. In my opinion, that's not financial advice, but I think a lot of I think if you're, a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, but Pulsechain can't be a ghost chain. We need those smart contracts on Pulsechain in order for it to work. I don't. First of all, certainly in the first cycle, you don't. I mean, just look at all the projects that are on that. Look at Ethereum when it launched, how well it performed, how many projects were on it. Zero. Cardano has done well over 2 cycles, has barely any, if any, projects, and only had projects, starting a year ago. So first cycle, it's certainly not necessary to have smart contracts. I think people that are creating tokens on it are either they believe that it's going to outperform Pulsechain, and if they believe that, then it's fine, or they're taking away the opportunity from people to get in on what I see as a major opportunity. So I think Pulsechain does need development, but I think this bull market, I think the best way to achieve adoption would be through good price performance. And I think if you wait a cycle to develop on Pulsechain, or you wait 2 cycles, right, when Pulsechain's returns diminish as it matures as an asset, then you could give, if you're a developer, you're creating a token on Pulsechain, you could actually there's a chance of you giving your community the best opportunity on the market, chance of outperforming the market if your project does well, which it probably won't, but I'm saying if it does do well, there's a good possibility, if you have a good project, that you could give your investors the opportunity to outperform the majority of the broader crypto market. But given that Pulsechain's new, and your community could either buy Pulsechain or your project, you're probably taking away their opportunity. I don't know if there's really another way to say it. I mean, but I don't know. You could ask I'm sure a lot of, I said this in one of my videos, a lot of these projects, they have AMAs in the Telegram, and you could ask the founder, do you believe that your project is going to outperform Pulsechain, and why? And if they could give you a good reason, if you do your research and there's a good reason for it, and then maybe you should look into it. But another thing that I've seen is that a lot of these projects have anonymous founders, and Yeah, that's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. They are if nobody knows who they are, then what's really stopping them from pulling the rug? Why should they work hard to develop? Like, why should they care about the price? I'm saying, if they just pull the rug and run away, then is there going to be regulatory repercussions? Are they going to go to jail? Or are they going to be? I mean, I don't think so. They're not really taking any risks, so I don't see any reason for them to. There's no reputational damage. They could just move on to the next rug pull and go to the next community and create this token that they make a promise in a white paper for and just rug pull them. I'm saying there has to be accountability, and anonymity really takes away accountability. So certainly, in my opinion, not financial advice. If you see a project that has the Pulse prefix, and is hyping up their token, be sure to check if there's an anonymous founder. That's a real red flag. But everything else, do your own research. And yeah, personally, I think that given the situation, given the opportunity, it's just best to stick with the trifecta with Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX. But everyone has to make their own individual decision. This is not financial advice. You have to look at the metrics, you have to look at the project and see if it's best for yourself. That's really what I'd say about that. Hope that makes sense. And I hope you're tuning in, and I appreciate the question. And we got 26 watching right now. Going to go to your comments now in the comment section, but please, before I do, please hit that like button if you're enjoying. Please hit that subscribe button. And actually, I just created a donation wallet. So if you, I'm not monetized on YouTube, but if you would want to send me money, just go to the link in the description below. And it's an Ethereum wallet. So you could send ETH, you could send Hex, USDC, USDT, any ERC20. Yeah, feel free to donate if you're enjoying the show. But if you don't want to donate, another thing I'd ask is just put your email. There's a link in the description below. Just put your name, put your email in the email list. It's completely confidential. It's not on a Google spreadsheet. End-to-end encryption. Everything's private. It's just so I could stay in touch with you, because it is not my platform. YouTube is not my platform, and not your platform, not your audience. So if you could just click that tiny URL in the description, just put your email in, that'll be awesome. But if you can't donate, can't put your email in, I appreciate you tuning in today. I always appreciate when you guys tune in.